Now we will be discussing about how automation was evolved. How automation was evolved in the sense history of automation. So first, as we discussed earlier, all the process was controlled manually only. So all the process was controlled manually only. So in manual mode of control, there were many drawbacks. As we discussed now in this example, effectiveness will be less, accuracy will be less, time taken to complete the process will be more, overall efficiency will be reduced, sometimes safety will also be less here. So that is the reason for avoiding this manual mode of control and going to the next level. So what was the next level of manual mode of control means it was not directly fully automatic. The next level was called as hardwired control. Hardwired control. So hardwired control is nothing but usage of electrical equipments and machines. So here, by the usage of electrical equipments and machines, what they have did is they have controlled the process. But here also they have faced some drawbacks. So what were the drawbacks faced here means first, since they were using electrical equipments and machines for controlling the process, the space requirement will be more. Space requirement will be more space is required. Next is complexity of the circuits will be very high. So what will happen suddenly if there is any fault occurred, we cannot easily identify that exactly the fault is occurred in this particular equipment. We cannot identify that exactly. So troubleshooting is also difficult. Troubleshooting is difficult. So next, after this, if you see, for example, the power consumption for all the devices will be more. And what will happen in electrical devices and machines, there will be huge amount of losses. Losses also will be more due to that heat and all. Huge amount of losses will be there. So overall efficiency also will be reduced. Overall efficiency will be reduced. And easily we cannot handle the process or handle the equipment. Suddenly if there is any fault, we cannot directly go and touch that particular equipment because there might be some short circuit. It will be passing through that particular devices. So if we touch it, what will happen here? Safety also will be less only. So in hardwired control also we have faced drawbacks like this. So from that they went for the next level, which is nothing but electronics control. Electronics control, usage of some power electronic devices like that, they have controlled the process. So in this they will be using PCBs, printed circuit boards, and some ICs and all for controlling. So normal ICs only. Like this they will be using for controlling. Now here we had some advantages from this hardwired control. So what are all the advantages means? First advantage was it was small and compact. Small and compact, easy to handle, power consumption will be less, mostly wires are less, wire requirement is also less, because in electrical and mechanical devices and all, wire requirement will be very high. So all the components will be wired there. So due to that also complexity will be high there. So these are all the sum of advantages which we faced in electronics control. But other than that, we had some more drawbacks also. So what are all the drawbacks means? As we said earlier, all the, see, compared to hardwired control in electronics, the circuit will be very small and compact like that we said. So in hardwired itself, even if the circuit is very large, and if, for example, if you have a transformer, the size of the transformer will be very large there. So in that itself, we cannot identify the exact problem easily. So here, for example, the size of all the equipments will be very small. It will be much minute. And what will happen? All the components will be wireless. So it will be in a printed format in a particular device. So what will happen? Here also, troubleshooting is difficult. For example, you are having a remote. What will happen if that remote is not working? First, you will try replacing that battery. Even though after that also it is not working, means what you will do, you will not directly check what is the error occurred there. Just instead of that, you will directly replace it. Okay, you will replace the remote directly. Why? Because the cost of troubleshooting, in order to troubleshoot that, what will happen? You will directly buy another remote. The cost will be very less, as well as the troubleshooting will be much difficult in that. So that is the reason for using uh, a new remote if it is not working. So here troubleshooting is difficult. Next thing, for example, if you take a particular IC, that IC only will be programmed for doing a particular process. So here for ICs, programming language will be difficult. Difficult for programming. We have to know some basics. Then only we can be basics of C language like that. We have to know some basics. And for example, fault identification in that program also will be difficult. And what will happen, even for controlling a smaller process also, the program length, the length of the program will be very large. So programming is definitely difficult here. So after that, what will happen? It cannot withstand industrial environment. So what is the advantage here means, sorry, what is the drawback here means, for example, if you take a particular IC, generally if you are working with that IC, you are doing some program, you are working with that IC means, after some time if you touch that particular IC, what will happen? It will be getting heated up. So continuously you are working with that means what will happen? There will be some malfunctions happening in that IC. It will not work properly, or even the IC will be getting burnt. So definitely in industries and all, what will happen? Process has to be running continuously for 24 hours. It should not be stopped like this and all. So normally, if you are working with that IC, what you will do, if it is getting heated up, you will stop for some time. After that, you will start it and run the process. But this cannot be happened. This cannot be done in the same way in industries and all. So definitely, what we have to do is we cannot use this IECs and all in industries. So for that, we should have some separately designed equipment which is overcoming all these drawbacks. So for that only, the next level of this was PLC. They found out a specialized equipment for controlling all these things, or for minimizing all the drawbacks what we have faced in the previous control methods. For that, they have found out this. Programmable logic controller. So this is the device which has rectified all the issues which we have faced in automation in industry. So what is the advantage in this equipment means, just assume PLC will be like this. So this is the PLC. For example, here at the top, there will be power supply terminal here, some input terminals and all will be there. So these are all the input and these are all output terminals. Means in PLC, what will happen for each and every input and output terminal, there will be some separate LED indications. LED indications will be available for each and every input and output terminals. So what is the advantage by using that LED means, for example, if an input is connected here, just assume if a sensor is connected here and that sensor is working properly means this LED will be on. If suppose that sensor is not working properly and it is not giving some input here means the sensor will be off. So by seeing, sorry, this LED will be off. So by seeing that LED itself, we can easily identify at which terminal the error is occurred. So for each and every input and output terminals, this LED indications will be available. So here troubleshooting will be much easy in PLC. Next, for example, if you want to modify some circuit, easily we can remove that particular PLC from that particular circuit and we can modify it according to the requirement. So when you see in depth about the PLC, this and all, you will be understanding, because what will happen is there will be some screw type arrangement only. We will not fix the PLC somewhere. We will not solder this PLC like ICs and all. We will just fix it, connect each and every input. If you want to remove it, we can screw it and we can remove that particular input or output which is not necessary, or for future modifications also we can easily use this. So same PLC can be used for multiple process also. We can do multiple programs in a particular PLC, that also can be done. So programming will also be easy and future modifications also can be done easily. And next, in PLC, what is the advantage means, in PLC, here there will be a particular port called expansion port. So by using this expansion port, what is the advantage means, if the input and output which is currently present now is not sufficient for you means, what you can do for any future modifications and all, you can easily use this expansion port and you can increase the number of inputs and outputs. So that is the advantage what you have in PLC. Easily we can increase the number of inputs and outputs. Next, this PLC is specially designed for withstanding the industrial temperature and all. So every PLC will be having specific ambient temperature. So ambient temperature is nothing but the temperature capability of the particular PLC, which it can be withstanding continuously if it is on also. So for every PLC, there will be different ambient temperature, and according to our requirement, we can check that ambient temperature specification and by the PLC. So specializedly, they have manufactured this PLC for industrial purpose only. So this is the advantage what you have in PLCs. So this is the reason for using PLCs in industries.